We can just say that he's using notes from the harmonic minor scale. Hi, my name is Henrik Gallardo, I'm a musician, and today we're gonna analyze You See Big Girl from Attack on Titan. The song is played in C minor. The way you figure out a key of any song is by listening to it and then imagine the note that this should end on. And you can ask yourself, it can be C major or C minor, can be both, but in this case we kind of hear that this is very dark and heavy, so it kind of goes without saying that this is in C minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we have the key and the tempo. Now we can finally begin to analyze what we're hearing. What we're hearing depends on the context, and the context being the key, the tempo, and the time signature. Jesus! Do you hear that opening? It's insane. Do you hear how powerful this is? Boom! It kind of sounds Hans Zimmer-esque, like Inception. It sounds super heavy and brassy. Boom! I think it's just a C. Yes, it's... So when we begin on the C here, we're stating that, okay, this is gonna be a dark piece, because we're beginning with the one chord in a minor key. The fact that we begin with bass and drums in the beginning kind of signify that this is gonna be intense. C minor to D minor sound. Okay, so one thing we can pay attention more to in the beginning is how many layers there are in that melody. Listen. So we have a bunch of different stuff actually kind of interacting with each other. So now I have put some brass, some strings, and some choir to kind of help with the melody. So again. I can hear that the melody is being harmonized with the third here. Harmonizing, we have the minor third with the main melody on top, one octave higher. We have an F harmonizing with the G here, and then going to an octave unison harmony. So this is interesting stuff. This is very interesting. So we keep that vibe, but we have drums also. I think we have some electrical guitar backing up the chorus as well. Listen to this harmony. So what that is, and why it sounds so amazing and crunchy, it's a flat 5 harmony. And what do I mean by that? So in this case we have B in the bass. When the F collides with the B, that's a flat 5 harmony. Cause, let's think of it this way. In this case, the natural 5 is F sharp. But since F sharp isn't in the key or in the context of C minor, we can't really use it. We can, but you would have to be more careful to kind of... Hiroyuki Sawano uses the diatonic notes and makes some crunchy harmonies with them. He goes out of key. Okay, wow, I did not realize how complex this is. We don't have B either in C minor. We have the F in C minor, but we don't have the B actually. So what he does is a mediant kind of transition. So he's moving by a 1 minor third, right? A flat here, B. That's a, ooh, such, oh, that is so good. Okay, it goes down chromatically. That is so interesting. Look, flat 5 in the melody, minor third in the melody, major third in the melody, and then we can resolve it by going down chromatically. Oh, this is so good. This is so damn good. what do we have here? We have very cool sounding synths, right? That's such an iconic kind of bell synth. Ooh. So the bells here are very, very high pitched. In the beginning where he kind of throws the bells here, it's played in here, right? In this register. And then he kind of throws another kind of bell sounding synth, but here, around here. So it kind of combines octaves with different kind of bell sounding synths. This sounds like classical kind of Hiroyuki Sawano. Brass, strings, percussion, film-esque drums. A lot of layers. We gotta do we have to have a shit ton of layers, right? So one thing I want to kind of talk about is how, even though this is kind of film music, it's still music that's based around simple chords. And I don't mean that in a mean way, I mean that in a very good way. If we think about these just as chords, let's not think about Attack on Titan or anything like that. For you guys that have recently started practicing piano or guitar, you maybe know of chords, like simple diatonic chords in C major. Maybe you have heard of A minor, F, G, D minor, these simple chords. But if we put a capo here in the third, we can see how simple these chords really are. In this case, A minor, F, G, C. That's it! Da 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 da. Did you hear that dynamic? Do you hear how the percussion kind of rises in volume and then suddenly stops? Okay, it's telling us something is about to happen here. And of course, it's the chorus of this song. What I like about this is that he has those high-pitched synths still looping in the background while everything is happening here in the chorus, right? It's still there, it's so cool. Okay, what can we learn from that just happened? He repeats the melody there, but with choir and more bass. It sounds just larger in general. Here he gets the electrical guitars, the heavy basses, synth basses, the choir, the brass, everything. Everything needs to be here to kind of really tell the viewers this is the climax. Do you hear this, guys? He lets the bass kind of speak, have its own melody there. Okay, now we're moving on to the part I think everyone wants me to talk about. Okay, so it's in a different key. A minor is what it sounded like to me. So, what happens in the new section here? What is the note that makes that sound so harsh and mysterious? And the answer to that is this guy, the G sharp. We can just say that he is using notes, perhaps, from the harmonic minor scale. Instead of just playing normal A minor, we kind of use the sharpened 7th. And it has a much more, how do I say, spooky sound to it, I would say. But that's the thing when you write music, you can just borrow different notes from different scales if you can kind of convince people that it makes sense. With a sharpened 7th, A minor major 7th, it signals, okay, this is danger. Danger is here upon us. So I think that's why he kind of shows that chord. Because here in Attack on Titan, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, right? Listen to that freaking synth lead though. Do you hear how he kind of uses that synth to kind of add a layer of emotions, right? It's super cool. It's super cool. So all that is, it's just a synth that sounds very sawy, and it glides or slides, it pitch bends up, right? Ooh. Okay, we need to talk about the harmony there, because that sounded insane. Same concept, guys, but now it's just higher pitch, right? Yeah, isn't the E to F? Oh, it's such a beautiful sound. That bass here in this section is so subtle. Listen, I can barely hear the bass. I think the percussions are tuned maybe. 1 G F. Right? Removing everything. That's the classic way to add suspense. Just remove everything. The drums, everything. He paused everything and he brings back that synth, that super cool synth that we heard before, right? Now with some super beautiful high-pitched singing, right? And we have, of course, I haven't even talked about the staccato strings. So when we play string instruments, there's a lot of ways we can play a note with the bow. The most common is just legato or détaché, where we kind of hold the notes. But in other cases, when we kind of want to intensify something, especially in movies, we use staccato. And that really, especially when staccato is played that fast, it really wants to grab your attention, like, oh shit. It really wants to say to you that something is coming. The faster you go, the more intense it gets. Because if you went like this, it can mean that something dangerous is coming. See, now it's getting more dangerous. Yeah, and now. I love that. Right? These little chromatic notes that Hiroyuki Sawano sprinkles here and there in his melodies are so bold, and I love them because it makes it sound, his melodies sound so unique by doing that. And they sound so Hiroyuki Sawano too. Now, do you want to know something interesting here? What I think about this? The drums are very different. Do you hear that? In the beginning we had very film kind of percussion. Right now, these drums sounds like a normal drum set that is made for just rock music. So the drums are completely different. So that gives the song a whole different vibe. With this electrical guitar and this kind of acoustic drum set mixed with strings, brass and singing, it's a completely different genre now. So it sounds so epic. How would you even identify this genre? Because this doesn't sound like classic Western film music. It doesn't. So it's super interesting. It's so unique, and I think that's why we're drawn to it. Oh, that drummer is grooving. Especially, do you hear those kicks? Ba 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 ba. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you had a really great time here. I had a blast doing this. If you want me to do an advanced kind of composition breakdown of a specific song, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe also, because it's a great way to show support and helping me kind of motivate myself to keep going and making greater content for you guys. So I will see you guys later. Hope you had a great time here, and yeah, bye.